The whisper can circle Earth in under a second, yet it took 40,000 years to teach a spark to travel. What if the planet didn't grow smaller? Our messages learned to run faster. From smoke to Starlink, witness the race that bends distance until it nearly breaks. Wind howls across Ice Age France. A Neanderthal steps to a cliff's edge, lifts a burning branch, and carves a question into the dark. Are you there? The flame answers in echoes, distant flickers replying across the valley. The first negotiated distance begins. Centuries whirl. On the Lewis Plains beyond the Great Wall, watchtowers sip the wind. One spark becomes a chain. Wolf smoke at dawn, ash gray at noon, ink black at dusk. Codes for riders and armies. Fire now speaks in hours, not days, and borders learn to listen. In humid forest, carved membranes imitate vowels and tones. An Ashanti drummer bends pitch, sending a proverb down the green corridor. The road is long, but the word walks faster. Villages answer in turns, meaning rides rhythm, being rivers the feet cannot. High in the Andes, runners, chaskis, fly the Kapoknyan, Kipu knots bouncing at their sides. Relay by relay, lungs and legs stitch empire to empire. A message can chase the sun from Cuzco to Quito before a shadow crosses a courtyard stone.
Across Zagros passes and desert flats, the Achaemenid royal road hums. Couriers swap horses at way stations, thunder through night storms. Herodotus marvels. Neither snow, nor rain, nor heat, nor gloom will stall the king's word. Governance becomes the art of arrival. On Attic ridgelines, signalmen raise shutters over torches. Polybius is square, letters born of light. Not just danger now, but sentences, names, numbers, nuance. The hilltops become a telegraph of sight, a fragile alphabet braided from oil, patience, and clear skies. A wooden arm jerks on a hill near Paris, Claude Chapp's semaphore. Tower to tower, angles ripple like silent speech. Dispatches sprint from Lille to the capital in minutes. France, vast as ever, suddenly feels near enough for one breath to govern it. In Washington, a key clicks. Dots and dashes bite a copper vein toward Baltimore. Samuel Morse leans in as the clerk reads, "What hath God wrought?" In that spark, distance collapses to code. Commerce, journalism, love, and war all find a wire to whisper through. At Valentia Island, cable crews heave a black artery into gray Atlantic swells. Days later, Queen Victoria greets James Buchanan across an ocean once measured in weeks. The line soon fails, but the idea will not. The seabed becomes a boulevard of messages. In a Boston workshop, Alexander Graham Bell hears a human voice arrive by wire. Switchboards bloom. Operators stitch calls like lace. Lovers murmur across cities. Factories pulse in synchrony. For the first time, timbre and breath travel intact, not translated.
On Signal Hill, Newfoundland, Guglielmo Marconi waits in a salt-stung wind. A wire in the sky hums the letter S. 3 faint clicks, leaping the Atlantic without a cable. Radio pierces weather, night, horizon itself. The air becomes a commons of signals. Towers crown cities. Vacuum tubes glow like embers. In living rooms, families gather as voices braid nations, then drag them to war. News crosses borders before borders can react. We discover a paradox. The nearer we feel, the more entangled our fates become. A white sphere, Telstar, rises to meet the ionized cold. At Andover, Maine, a horn antenna drinks starlight and sends Paris to New York, live. Arthur C. Clarke's geostationary dream hovers at the edge of possibility. Earth learns a new mirror, orbit. Midnight at UCLA's Bolter Hall. Charlie Klein types L, then O, before the system crashes.
first internet message is an accidental LO, a door left ajar. Routers and packets soon carry the rest, until computers become not places, but passages. On a Cornish beach, technicians haul a lacquered thread from the surf, glass thinner than a hair, bright as sunrise inside. Multiplexed lasers turn oceans into hallways of light. Capacity explodes. The world's chatty heartbeat moves under waves, quiet and colossal. Cities sprout cell sites like steel wildflowers. A text crosses a continent while a bus exhales. In Nairobi, a market pays by phone. In Tokyo, a crowd surges to news just seconds old. Our pockets inherit the network. The street becomes a switchboard.
Above the plains, atomic clocks in orbit braid time itself. A tractor in Kansas steers by invisible geometry. A hiker finds a trail after fog erases it. The globe gains a shared heartbeat of nanoseconds. Position becomes a verb we conjugate together. Night over Alaska. A dish the size of a drumhead finds low-orbit swarms sprinting overhead. Latency buckles. A classroom in tundra streams the world. Constellations multiply, bright paths stitching sky to roof. The race's newest stride is written in moving stars. From embers to orbits, we taught distance to yield, yet every shortcut ties us tighter. What do we owe a planet we can now gather in one call? Perhaps this isn't the shrinking of Earth, but the enlarging of us, if we choose to hear each other.